What is up, guys? I'm going to try to explain how to morph your bearded dragon, kind of help you guys identify your dragon. I get a lot of messages and questions and people wanting me to help them identify their dragon, so hopefully this video will help some of you guys out. Here I have two dominant genes that you should know about. So this one on the left here is a leatherback. You can see it's kind of like some micro scale going on. Really don't have any spikes on the back. So you can see they have some spikes on the sides, but as you can see on the back, looks real leathery, so that's where they get their name from. This is a come here, bud. There you go, Doomsday. This is a dunner. You could see how the scales kind of have irregular order. They don't really follow any kind of structure. They're kind of just random and all over the place. And another cool thing about the dunner is, come here, bud. You could see their beard, their scales kind of go outward. Traditionally, bearded dragons scales will go this way. These kind of flare out, and on some of them they even go in a bunch of different directions. So that's a really cool thing about the dunner. Go ahead and grab a couple more dragons and show you guys some things. Let's see, let's grab a trans. Alright, so this is a translucent dragon. You can see the black eyes. Got the clear nails. That's an indication that it's a hypo, if you guys could see. Now, if they got clear nails and there's like a little black line going through them, then it isn't a hypo. The hypo, it has all clear nails. Actually, well, she isn't a hypo. Looked like she was a hypo for a second, and then we see the black lines. You guys see how she's got clear nails, but they got black lines going through them? So she is not a hypo, but she is trans. See the black eyes, and then if we can get her like this for you, see how her stomach's kind of blue and gummy looking? Oh, come here. So that's a clear indication that it's a trans when you see the blue belly, and they got the black eyes, and they kind of it goes away as they age, the stomach discoloration, but obviously their eyes stay black. All right, now we're gonna get into what a zero is. So this is a zero. To create one of these is a little difficult, but this is a favorite. A lot of people ask me about these all the time. So this is actually one of the few recessive morphs that have to be passed on heterozygously. You can see that zeros can have a scale pattern, but they don't really hold color. You can see that they have black shoulder pads. It's an indication that it's a zero and not a whiplet. This is also a hypo zero. You can see that this guy's got clear nails. So he's a hypo zero. These animals actually aren't white. You can see that they're actually an off gray kind of color. To explain to you guys what hypomelanism is, to my understanding, it's the lack of melanin, almost a complete lack. It's not the same as albinism, because albinism or albinos have no melanin, which is the thing that allows color to be pigmented and shown. So zeros have very little color display, and especially with the hypo, it makes them really, really light color complected like this. If you see a regular zero, here, I'll show you. So a zero without, so this is a regular zero, and this is a hypo zero. You see how much, whoa, See how much lighter this one is on the left? That's because of the hypomelanism. These are the same exact morph, except this one is hypomelanistic as well. So hypo 0, regular 0. And you can see that the hypo is a bit lighter. I'm going to show you guys a few more. And these are just morphs that we're talking about, guys. We're not talking about bloodlines or anything like that. Alright, so this is a whiplet. This is another morph that has to be passed heterozygously. You can see that whiplets don't have a black shoulder pad right here. That's the difference between a whiplet and a 0. And whiplets can actually hold color, but they do not have a pattern. So people have been breeding color into these whiplets. You can see that this is a really old school expression of one. It's kind of got that gold mud color. They were first bred in South Africa. I don't know the breeder's name, but they named them Whiplet, which means white lightning in South African. And as we all know, the 0 is a bit whiter and makes more sense, but the whiplets were actually discovered before the 0, so that's why that kind of happened the way that it did. But yeah, this is a whiplet. So you guys can identify what that is. They don't have a shoulder pad. They can hold color. They do not have a pattern. Let me see. What else? I think that's just about it. Other than a paradox, guys, a paradox, if you guys are interested in knowing about that, I would Google it and search the internet. Find a lot more information. And I only have one paradox, and it's kind of hard to explain what a paradox is. So if you guys are wanting to distinguish what what bloodlines and what genetics your dragon has visually, some other things that you can look for, these blue bars. If you see these little lines going through like this, kind of like tiger marks, that's a tiger line. Very, very clean, strong line. See a lot of dragons with those. And you see this stripe right here. So this is a color stripe. You could see that it's a different color. So this would be what's called a color stripe. If you see a stripe like this and it doesn't have color, but it has a distinction, that's known as a G stripe. There's also a few other variants of this striping as well, but those are the two main ones that you will see: a genetic stripe, a color stripe, and so this is a G stripe. So this is a G stripe. Here, let me see. All right, so color stripe, G stripe, thunderbolt. Color stripe, G stripe, thunderbolt. Can you guys see that? Hopefully that helps everybody out a little bit. Thank you guys again for all your love and support, and liking and sharing all of my stuff. If you guys have any questions, or you guys have any suggestions on any kind of videos you'd like me to make, just drop it in the comments.